Hello everybody. Hey, I finished Humpty Dumpty. Humpty Dumpty was meant to be one piece, but one of the stringers that separates his fingers went for a walk, so I had to lop his hand off and make it again, so he's two pieces. And you can see I've used my Marini for his nose, his eyes, his collar. And Alice is two pieces because I needed to be able to adjust it to make sure she was standing nicely on the ground and that her angle was right. The Marini that make up the foliage I call botanicals, and it was really important that the background ones were darker, different palette to the foreground ones, and that's what gives it the distance, because without that I think it's all on one plane. It's the foliage that gives it the foreground, then we've got the midground and we've got the background. And similarly I've added these big orange streaky bricks to break up the uniformity of the wall, and the whole thing lots of horizontal lines, which is why the sky is not horizontal. You'll notice there's an opus vermiculatum around Humpty, and the rest of the sky is concentric ellipses to emphasize his egginess. Lots of people have pointed out that in the verse it doesn't say that Humpty Dumpty is an egg. The writer and broadcaster and my dear friend Brian Sibley, who also happens to be chairman of the Lewis Carroll Society, tells me that it was originally a riddle. So all the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. Who am I? And it was Lewis Carroll who decided that the answer to that riddle is that he was an egg. And that's how we've come to see Humpty Dumpty ever since. As usual, I've written my own verse to accompany the piece, and it goes like this. Look at Humpty Dumpty sitting on his wall. Alice could reach him if it wasn't so tall. And I've forgotten the rest of the verse. Oh no.